Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 2019 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you guys, that you give it a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel. So let's see now, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what this October Hunter's full moon has in store for you. Libra, October 2019, Hunter's full moon. Libra, October 2019. Hunter's full moon. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. That is where we are going to stop. Okay. Your first card is the Queen of Feathers. Then we have the Three of Feathers. So the Queen of Feathers is the Queen of Swords. That's you shining through. Then we have the Two of Feathers. The Two of Shells, the Six of Acorns, and let me know how you guys like this new setup, okay? That would be really cool. And the Ace of Shells. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's your mind and your heart at work that's going to be really affected by this full moon. And then we have here, these are super, super rare. I know you guys might not know this about me, but I collect tarot cards, even though I always use the same exact ones. I do collect them. And these are Erin Morgenstern's Phantomwise Tarot. And she created these before she became a famous writer. She wrote The Night Circus, which is one of my all-time favorite books. And these were given to me as a gift by my mom for Christmas last year or the year before. I think it was last year. And they're so rare. There were only 100 of them made, and they're scattered all throughout the world. So I can't believe she found them. So let's use these ones. These are the major arcana, and we are going to see Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what this Hunter's full moon has in store for you. Libra, October 2019, Hunter's full moon. Libra, October 2019, Hunter's full moon. Libra, October 2019, Hunter's full moon. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. That is where we are going to stop. Right? And you start off, Libra, with the Justice card, which is you shining through in the major arcana. Then we have the High Priestess, and we have the Magician. And this is why so many feathers and shells came through in this reading. We do have one acorn, which is a fire sign energy, all right? But here there is true power leading you forward. So we're going to start with your major arcana cards here right at the center. So we're starting here with Libra, which is actually the time frame of this full moon, all right? Libra time frame, as you guys know, since you are Libras, is September 23rd to October 22nd. You are moving forward in balance, and you are finding a spiritual, emotional balance within yourself. Why is this important, you might ask? This is important because we as human beings are emotional beings, and that is going to be a truth that you are really embracing during this time. This full moon is going to highlight emotions for you, some of which, with the Three of Feathers right here, they're not going to be the emotions that maybe you want highlighted, but they're the emotions that you need highlighted. So here, as you move forward, as you go after what it is that you desire, you are going to see a sense of balance within yourself if you embrace your heart. Now, if you ignore your heart's truth, you will feel an imbalance. You will feel cranky, all right? You will feel overwhelmed. And this is, there's going to be a sense of almost like nails on a chalkboard, okay? That's going to be the emotional way that you react to things if you do not open up your body, mind, and spirit to the connection that you are going to be having with spirit, but also the emotional connection that you are having with the world around you. Emotions are highly important to you, Libra, and they are going to shine you bright and move you forward. Then we have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is one of my favorite cards, right? She represents mystery. She represents turning inward magic, inward understanding. The written word, but also communication, is going to be highly important to you. Now, that's a given just because you are an air sign energy, but it is also going to be a power of your truth. So pay very close attention to the words that you say, especially during this full moon and from full moon to full moon. So from now till November's full moon, you are going to see that there's a power to you. There's a way that you are looking at things, and that insight is going to be leading you forward, because here we have the High Priestess and we have the Magician. This is a soul's connection that is a highly powerful connection, because the High Priestess for me represents mystery, it represents ideas, it represents turning inward. Then we have the Magician, who represents showing the power, showing the understanding that you have. And this is going to guide you to a truth about yourself that has been hidden away. All right? There is a sense of protection, but there's a sense of protection of your truth, protection of what your soul wants, of the magic that you are invoking within yourself. And when I say the magic that you are invoking within yourself, I do not mean hocus pocus. I mean that you are connected with the divine. And through this divine connection, you have a power to you that is going to be undeniable. And if you turn your back on it during this full moon, because the full moon highlights a lunar cycle, right? And it is going to be from the highlight of this lunar cycle to the highlight of the next lunar cycle, that you are going to see your power and your truth come forth. Now, also, if you are not moon sensitive, right? If you are not sensitive to kind of the quote-unquote magic, which I see as divinity within this world, it can be from full moon to the 28th, which is going to be where the new moon is. So know here, it depends on your energy. It depends on how you are accepting things and where you are in the development of your conscious and subconscious self. Okay, that is going to affect the way that you move forward. And that is going to affect the power that you are taking, because here, power is being laid at your feet. And if you take it, you are going to see yourself embracing the Queen of Feathers, the Queen of Swords mentality. So the Queen of Feathers right here is represented by a bat. And this is very telling. So a bat doesn't just see. Okay, actually a bat has very poor eyesight. A bat sends out sonic waves, and it takes back what it hears, what it feels. And that's how you're going to be responding to the world around you from this full moon, for a lot of you Libras, to the next full moon. Now, this also says protection and truth. I'm sorry, not protection, perception and truth. So the way that you perceive things are going to be, and is going to be, your truth. Now, that's powerful, because our perception sometimes gets us in trouble, because sometimes we can perceive things from other people and we'll internalize it, and we'll go off of memories, we'll go off of past patterns, and we will make a truth that maybe that person isn't necessarily wanting to create or cultivate. This is where the justice, this is where the balance is going to come in. And this is where connecting with your inner insight, but also your skills of communication, are really going to lead you forward. Don't assume things during this full moon and from full moon to full moon. Ask questions, get curious. Know that conversations are going to be some of your greatest allies. And as you do so, as you embrace what it is that you want, the night, the darkness, okay, of the night sky, that the moon is illuminating, is going to be astoundingly powerful for you and is going to move you forward, right? Then we have here the Three of Feathers. Now, the Three of Feathers is, of course, the Three of Swords. And this says release and recovery. So you are releasing negativity, you are recovering your desire, and you are going to see that in the light of the sun, things are going to make a lot more sense. So at night, you are going to find yourself contemplating things, being more in a state of study, more in a state of understanding. Also, the energy around you is going to be more reserved. You are going to be that director, that person behind the scenes, which is how I see the queens, not as invoking really a gender, but as invoking a behind-the-scenes mentality that is going to be very, very helpful and very beneficial to you. So here with the Three of Swords, the Three of Feathers, you are looking at what you desire, you are looking at the way that you want to move forward, and there are going to be heartbreaks, pains, and disappointments that have to be faced. Why? Because you're changing the game. You are setting yourself free. And if you keep everything kind of shoved away on a shelf, and you say, oh no, I'm just fine, oh no, I'm just fine, You, Libra, because you are that good child of the zodiac. I always say this about you. You are that good child. You are the one that the parents don't really have to worry about. So it's like, oh, it's okay, you're fine. Oh, it's okay, you'll make the great decisions. But that also puts a lot of stress upon your shoulders. That makes you question things and then feel like, oh, I have to be the good one. I can't really express that I'm questioning, that I'm seeking. So here, when you are facing fears, when you are facing hardships and pains and disappointments, don't think you have to go in it alone. You are seeking balance. You are seeking justice. And as you do so, you are seeking spiritual release. That's what this full moon is giving you. So as you face this pain, make sure that you have the open communication of the Queen of Feathers. Make sure that you express what it is that you want to those nearest and dearest to you. If you're not comfortable being vulnerable, because that makes perfect sense, then write in a journal. Write in a journal things that you are afraid of, things that have been holding you back. And either make a goal for yourself for this lunar cycle, okay? From full moon to the November full moon, which I believe is November 11th, but don't quote me on that, okay? So here, as you are moving forward, you are going to find that if you make these goals for yourself, if you sit there and say, this has me afraid, this is something that I struggle with, but this is going to be the one thing. You only make it one thing, okay? Because if you do more than one, then you're really ahead of the game. Have it be that this is going to be the one thing that I'm going to conquer during this lunar cycle, that I'm going to have help me move forward, because then we have the Two of Feathers, the Two of Swords. And this says decisions and directions, because you're at a crossroads, right? As you make this decision, you can choose to stay where it is that you are. And where it is that you are, it isn't harmful for you. It isn't a bad place, right? Even though some of you might be very frustrated with your current situation, but it is going to be a place where you see that you can move forward from, all right? It is going to be a place where maybe you don't want to be forever. And as you're looking at things, as you're at the crossroads, as you turn inward, as you embrace your power. Now here we have the moth, okay? The wings flying forward. If you see that, right here. Here, we have the lizard, okay, looking at different ideas, right? But a quickness and adaptability. So as you release the old pains, the old habits, you're going to be set free. And as you're set free, you are going to see that there's an agility of mind and a connection of spirit. As you do so, there's a balance that you embrace. As you more turn inward, this isn't going to be outward realization. This is going to be inward contemplation. And she even has here a book on her lap, which doesn't have writing on it. So see this as a notebook. See the crystal ball in her hand, okay? See that as a way of you looking into the future. And then taking notes. What is it that you desire? Where is it that you want to be? And as you see that, you become I believe it's the Vitronian man. I can't be saying that note wrong. Da Vinci's picture, okay, that he drew of the man, kind of as the 5-pointed star, head and the feet and the arms splayed in the circle. All right. So there is a connection here through all your senses, through all directions of the compass, as you move forward in your truth, in your power. So as you turn inward, as you take notes, as you understand, as you kind of sort and sift things out, there's going to be a power that comes to you as you stand before the altar of your existence, as you embrace what you desire and what divinely guides you. So here, then we have the Two of Shells, which is a beautiful card because this is the Two of Cups, right? Love shines you forward. Love brings you what you desire. Love sets your heart free. So here, with the Two of Shells, this is union and harmony. You embrace the harmony by turning inward, by seeing the expanse of what divinity has to offer you. And as you fall in love, as the angels bless you, it doesn't have to be falling in love with somebody else, as you fall in love with yourself, right? You see this power leading you forward, and you see the power of this moon guiding you, illuminating you, and bringing you to an understanding that you might have thought, Libra, was going to be out of reach, right? This is soul-searching time, yes. And you might say, Dane, all your readings are soul-searching time. And yeah, they kind of are. They really are. I love the realm of spirit. That is where my heart feels the most comfortable. And so here, the messages that I bring have to really do with spirit and that correlation. Here is a sense of love. Here is a sense of beauty that brings you balance. You are falling into balance. Libra, the thing about you is that you need balance in your life. If you are out of harmony, and especially harmony with what you love and the way that you express it. That's why the Two of Feathers and the Two of Shells is so important within this reading. You feel out of harmony within your whole entire life. So your mind and your heart are correlating with each other. You have the beautiful doves here, which show love, which show caring, which show prosperity of self, which show, again, there's a flight here that you have. You have the bat, you have the moth, you have the dove, and let me just see here, this card, excuse me. Oh, you have the sea turtle. So you have 3 cards that represent flight, right? And this moon is going to give you a sense of flight, a sense of releasing from negativity and from distress. You have the stag right here. It can be an elk, but I see it as a stag. And this says success and triumph. Yeah, that definitely fits a stag. Now, when talking about totems and when talking about the representation of animals, all right, stags represent majesty. And this is why success and triumph absolutely fits the stag. There is a way of triumph. There is a way of power to you as you move forward, as you go after what it is that you want, as you claim your power. There is going to be a sense of might to you. A sense of, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm heading. Yes, I have questioned myself, but questioning myself just means that I know that I am not the divine being with all the answers. But you see here that you are connected to the divine being. You are connected to the higher vibrational consciousness that leads you forward. As Abraham Hicks says, if you raise your vibration, if you raise your understanding, all right, you will find that you hold answers that you thought you only held the questions to. And you will find that you move forward in a power and a truth that seem to be out of reach, that seem to be overwhelming at times. So here, what this reading is saying is let yourself soar free. Let yourself move forward in your majesty. Don't sit there and say, oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's going to be being braggadocious. It's going to be being showy. No, now's the time to show your light. The full moon for you, Libra, is your spotlight. All right, take advantage of it. Then we have the Ace of Shells. This says happiness and abundance. The Ace of Shells is the Ace of Cups. All right, and you are definitely taking this gift. Why? Because yes, you have the Two of Shells here, but I feel as if this is the culmination of everything that you've been working for. Yes, we do not have the Queen of Shells or the King of Shells or Page or Knight, but I have you here slowly and steadily moving forward to your happiness. Sea turtles are one of my favorite animals. They really are. It was always, when I was growing up, the sea turtle and the tiger. So here with the sea turtle, it is slowly and steadily embracing your immortality. Now, it's not that sea turtles are immortal, but they do live for quite some time. And there is a grace and a steadiness to them that is absolutely commendable. And that is what you are embracing within you. There's a happiness that is now yours, that is part of your truth. And there is a sense of abundance that that is surrounding you, that you are being engulfed in. I want to say cocooned, but it's the healing waters that I see around you. Excuse me. So as you move forward during this full moon, it is your spotlight. It is your spotlight to your heart's love. It is your spotlight in your passion, in your desire. It's freeing you from constraints that have held you back. You are embracing your soul's truth as you embrace your divine connection. Your subconscious message is the Tower, right here, from your Parawise, Phantom-wise, there we go, tarot cards. The Tower is showing change. The Tower is not a bad card at all. You might get so caught up in things, though, here, that you lose track of time. That time doesn't really, from this full moon to the next full moon. No, for a lot of you Libras, time will not have the same effect on you that it does on everybody else. Meaning you will have moments where you lose minutes, you gain minutes or days, but there is a sense of almost as you embrace your consciousness, as you embrace your power and your truth, you stand outside the realms of time. And that is going to be what I see here with the sea turtle as you move forward, as you go after your heart's desire, what you want. Then we have awakening, which is the peacock. Now, awakening says renewal and enlightenment. This is the judgment card. You are embracing what you love. You are being renewed. There is a beauty to you. There is a power to you. But also, the peacock is representative of the goddess Hera in Greek mythology. All right? So, for those of you, not for those of you, okay? So for those of you who are parents, mothers especially, all right, or the main caregiver of your child, or of a child, this is a time of you really embracing that role, really embracing nurturing and love. This is also, for all Libras, no matter what, a time of embracing what you love, of embracing your home. There's a sense of security in the stable, okay? You are not going to want to take really big risks during this time. You are going to want to surround yourself with what you love and what is the most important to you. There is a grounding here that moves you forward, and a grounding here that lets you be showy without being obnoxious. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. It was an absolute pleasure reading for you guys. Bye.